गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम श्री गंगाई नाथाय नमः। जय श्री गुरुदेव, जय श्री दादा गुरुदेव। आप सब भाई बहनों को चलिए आज शुरू करते हैं हमारा गुरुदेव का सिद्ध योग का कार्यक्रम। इसमें हम पढ़ रहे थे प्रोफेसिस। तो अभी तक जो है हमने प्रोफेसिस लास्ट टाइम ऑफ होली बाइबल पढ़ा था। ओ मैं हिंदी में सॉरी। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट आवर टुडेज सेशन अबाउट गुरु सियाग सिद्ध योग because just I finished Hindi session, so I was in the rhythm of Hindi. I forgot that it is English session. Okay, in the last session, what we did, we finished Prophecies of Holy Bible, and today we will start. Oh, we also read life sketch of Gurudev, then Prophecies about from the Bible. Now, today we will read about meanings of prophecies in the Bible. In the start of every session, we just explain what is Guru Siyag Siddha Yoga and how someone can get initiated by Gurudev Ramlal Siyag. So it is very simple. In the end of the session, we will play one video where Gurudev will speak about his Sanjeevani mantra. Once you hear the Sanjeevani mantra in Gurudev's divine voice, you are initiated into Siddha Yoga. And after that, you need to do meditation 2 times on Gurudev's picture. Sit in front of Gurudev picture, take printout from the internet, and make a prayer first time. And do ask for the 15 minutes time or any time you want to sit. Do not ask for more than 30 minutes of time. If it is the area where you live has low temperature, then maximum 30 minutes. Generally, if it is hot weather, then ask for the 15 minutes of meditation and pray to Gurudev that whatever reason you are getting initiated into spiritual path, make that prayer and sit for the meditation. During meditation, your Kundalini will be awakened, a dormant power which is which is dormant for many lives will awaken during the first meditation, and it will make you do kiryas or yoga. So you need not to worry about that. Just for the 15 minutes, it will happen and it will automatically stop. So you need to chant the mantra whole time as much as possible for 15-20 days. After that, you will feel the Ajapajap. You can read the detail about Ajapajap in other videos also. You can ask the question about. If you want more information, I'll send you the videos. After that, you will start hearing the internal sound. If you need more information on the internal sound, I will also give you that video. You will find it on another channel where this program will be uploaded. Spiritual Knowledge Institute. You can go there and check Ajapajap, the continuous chanting which goes internally automatically, and you can also find internal sound 5 short videos for the detailed information about internal sound. And in Siddha Yoga, what you do 2 times meditation, empty stomach, morning and evening, and regular, continuous, rigorous mental chanting initially until you get Ajapajap, 15-20 days maximum. After that, you get Ajapajap if you do rigorously. Otherwise, it will take time and you'll not feel the Ajapajap. And there is, different steps of sadhana. There is different stages of sadhana where you can recognize your sadhana that you are ascending towards spirituality, and this is something happening in your life, changing your life. There is a lot of detail about Siddha Yoga, and this book we are reading is all about that. So if you want to know every detail of this, then please read the sessions from first to 11 sessions. Today's, I guess, 11th session, if I'm not wrong, 11th or 12th session. So you will watch these sessions, half an hour sessions only, and 20-minute sessions maximum, because first 10 minutes we generally talk about Siddha Yoga basics. So if you watch one session complete, then after that 20 minutes each session, and you have entire knowledge about Guru Siyag Siddha Yoga. Now we will continue about reading this book. This is a very small book. You can get the PDF of this book also if you give me WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 8777 211 Any information you need, you do a WhatsApp to me and I'll give it to you. Siddha Yoga is absolutely free. Okay, so today we will start our meanings of prophecies in the Bible. So we read Gurudev's life sketch, prophecies made by Bible and other saints, and now we will understand what is the meaning of those prophecies. So it starts with dualism, duality. The followers of Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, believe that God and His creation, man, are two separate entities. This is called dualism or duality because it accepts the separate existence of God and man as truth. The believers of these religions cannot accept the concept that man can become God. They believe that it is impossible for man to meet God face to face or actually visualize him in any way. In contrast, Vedic Hindu religion believes that God and man are not two separate entities. According to Hindu philosophy, man attains godhood when his evolution is complete. Man can attain this complete evolution only when he rises above his physical and mental consciousness and progresses through the last three stages of spiritual consciousness that with the blessings of a spiritual master like Gurudev Ramlalji Siyag. This is non-dualism as it does not differentiate between God and man. Hindu philosophy not only explains the concept of Soham, my true being is God, that is Hindi mantra Soham, and the meaning of the mantra in English is my true being is God, but goes on to lay down the functional method for man to attain this highest stage of evolution. Says Lord Krishna in the Gita, Ishwarah Sarvabhutam Hridayse Arjuna. तिष्ठति ब्राह्मण सर्वभूतानि यंत्र यंत्र यंत्ररूधनि मायया. The Lord abides in the hearts of all beings, O Arjuna, causing them to turn around by his power as if they were mounted on a machine. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 61. However, in contrast to the current Christian belief in dualism, the Bible echoes the Hindu belief is non dualism when it says, and what agreement hath the temple of the God with idols? For ye are temples of the living God, as God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 16. Be born again. Title. It is the title of the next page. Be born again. The Bible is silent about Jesus' absence for a long time when he was in his 30s, but when Jesus did reappear after his long hiatus, he began preaching the need for man to be born again, to see the kingdom of God. Says Bible, Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. John chapter 3, verse 3. Nicodemus said, Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Question mark. John chapter 3, verse 4. Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. John chapter 3, verse 5. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. John chapter 3, verse 6. Marvel not that I said unto thee, Ye must be born again. John chapter 3, verse 7. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest and the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth, so is everyone that is born of the Spirit. John chapter 3, verse 8. There still appears to be considerable confusion among the interpreters of Bible over what Jesus meant when he talked about the need for man to be born again. However, the born again concept has been ins- enshrined, enshrined, sorry, has been enshrined in the Hindu religion, which preceded Jesus by several thousand years. Hindu philosophy offers the concept of becoming Dvija, twice born, explains Guru Siyag, Gurudev Shri Ramlal Ji Siyag. According to Hindu philosophy, man is born twice in one lifetime on earth. First to his biological parents, and for the second time when he is initiated as a disciple by a guru for the spiritual practice through yoga. The initiation of the seeker as a disciple marks the beginning of his spiritual evolution, leading to his self realization and self visualization. It is therefore likened to another birth under the Guru's benevolent care. Followers of Christianity in the West will realize this true meaning of being born again only when they are initiated into Siddha Yoga through Shaktipat by Guru Siyag in the near future. Where was Jesus during his long hiatus, his gap? Guru Siyag states that the truth behind Jesus' long absence of 18 years from his surroundings will be revealed when the followers of Christianity in the West turn to Siddha Yoga and begin meditating. During these meditation sessions, the followers of Christ will see visions which will reveal the truth about where Jesus was and what he was occupied with. Bible has made a clear prophecy. Thus, behold, your house is left unto you desolate. Just give me a second. Okay, there was some sound coming from the other room, so I told them to shut the door. Okay, let's start again. Okay, Bible has made a clear prophecy. Thus, behold, your house is left unto you desolate. Matthew chapter 23, verse 38. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Matthew chapter 23, verse 39. Power of divine word. Next topic is the ancient Hindu religion was the first to acknowledge and understand the importance of divine word or mantra for man's spiritual evolution. According to Hindu philosophy, God created the world through the primordial divine sound Om. Om Tat Sat. This is considered to be the threefold symbol of Brahma, the Absolute. By this word of ordained of old the Brahmins, the Vedas, and the sacrifices. Gita, chapter 17, verse 23. The other religion that came later also acknowledged the centrality of the divine word for the existence of the universe, says the Bible. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John chapter 1, verse 1. The same was in the beginning with God. John chapter 2 verse 2. John chapter 1 verse 2. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. John chapter 1 verse 3. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. John chapter 1 verse 4. The same belief has been expressed in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 to chapter 1 verse 10 up to 10. Guru Siyag Siddha Yoga is therefore based completely on the foundation of a unique mantra, the divine word that purifies the seeker's body and mind, frees him from the bondage of karma, and leads him to the self realization and self visualization. The divine word that Guru Siyag gives during initiation activates the divine cosmic energy force called Kundalini, lying dormant in the seeker's body, and purifies every pore and cell in the body and clears the karmic blockages, which results in curing of any diseases, stress, psychological disorders, and addictions that the seeker may be suffering from. Divine bliss. Next heading is the Bible describes the divine bliss thus: joy is in internal happiness, it comes into the hearts of all true believers. It dwells in the heart and is not transitory like other worldly sensual pleasures. Lord's joy is perfect. It keeps filling up cups of our hearts they till they overflow. His joy that flows in our hearts can overflow to the hearts of others as well. Lord Krishna has explained thoroughly this divine joy in the Bhagavad Gita. Thus, when the soul is no longer attached to external contacts, objects, one finds the happiness that is in the self. Such a one who is self controlled in yoga on God, Brahma, enjoys undying bliss. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 21. The yogi of subdued mind, ever keeping himself thus harmonized, attains to peace. The supreme nirvana which abides in me, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 15. That in which he finds this supreme delight perceived by the intelligence and beyond the reach of the senses, wherein established he no longer falls away from the truth. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 21. For supreme happiness comes to the yogin whose mind is peaceful, whose passions are at rest, who is stainless and has become one with the God. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 27. Thus, making the self ever harmonized, the yogin, who has put away sin, experiences easily the infinite bliss of contact with the internal. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 28. Next heading is Divine Transformation of Mankind. The Bible speaks of the divine transformation of mankind that the Comforter will usher in thus. Daniel chapter 12, verse 3 and 4. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Fourth verse from the chapter 12. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Matthew, Matthew's chapter 13, verse 43. Then shall be righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. But we all, with open face, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. According to Hindu religion, the 10th avatar or divine incarnation will be the last one, ending the cycle of four epochs: Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. It is this 10th avatar which will help the entire mankind reach the zenith of evolution in its true sense. According to Vedic philosophy, the human body is composed of seven basic sheets: matter, life, mind, supermind, or genosis, bliss, becoming, and being. Human evolution has passed through the first four sheets, leading to man's current progress. However, man cannot progress through the last three sheets: bliss, becoming, and being, known in the Hindu terminology as Sat, Chit, and Anand, unless he is backed by a divine force. This is because these three sheets lie beyond the realm of the physical world into the spirit world. Prophecies made in the Hindu scriptures say that only the 10th avatar will help mankind cross the last three layers of consciousness and become divine itself. Jesus too makes a prophecy about the advent of this avatar or the divine incarnation in Matthew chapter 23, verse 39. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Sri Aurobindo was confirmed in his conviction that prophets, saints, and other religious monks had until now proved to be a failure in ushering in lasting peace and tranquility in the world. However, he was equally convinced that the 10th avatar promised in the Hindu scriptures alone would be able to save this world from total annihilation and to establish lasting peace on earth. Through the practice of yoga, Sri Aurobindo worked towards the realization of Krishna's philosophy. Said he, for the sake of humanity, I have got the great boon from the Lord that the earth could have asked for. Granting his boon to Sri Aurobindo, said Lord Krishna, soon an occult power will incarnate from the above world of consciousness, and that will subdue the evil empire of death and falsehood and will establish his Almighty's kingdom. Shri Aurobindo was fortunate to witness closely through a vision the advent of this divine force on earth. He proclaimed later that the divine force descended on earth in human form on November 24, 1926. He called it is the descent of Krishna into the physical world to bring about a divine transformation of mankind. He predicted that this divine force, after leading a near anonymous life, will come out in the open with its mission by the turn of the 20th century on himself. Guru Siyag, this is on himself. On himself is in the bracket. Guru Siyag was born on the same day, which was Sri Aurobindo said is the descended day of Krishna into the physical. Guru Siyag was born on November 24, 1926. One can find an echo of Lord Krishna's boon in the 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 26. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. And the Revelation chapter 2 verse 11 says, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. Thus, Bible refers to the descent of the divine force as a human embodiment of the occult power. World will challenge the comforter, though Guru Siyag, this is the next topic. World will challenge the comforter. Though Guru Siyag answers to each and every sign that Jesus gave his disciples to identify the true comforter. He is well aware that today's world, dominated by materialistic tendencies, will not accept him as such easily. The world will demand proof of divinity beyond a doubt. Bible foresaw even this when it said, for with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 11. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 12. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 8. In the law it is written, with men of other tongue and other lips will I speak unto this people. And yet, for all that will say, not hear me, saith the Lord. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 21. As predicted by the Bible, Guru Siyag's spiritual journey so far has been full of trials and tribulations, with skeptics raising doubts about his divine powers despite clear evidence in sight. He is, however, unperturbed, for he is confident that God's will ultimately be done, no matter how many severe tests he may have to go through. Says he, I have full faith in the Supreme Spirit that he will provide me with success. Therefore, on the same command of that supreme power that gave, produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 21. I placed my case before the world. I do hope that all the intelligent and righteous people will closely study my statements and help in bringing about a total spiritual revolution in the world to establish lasting peace on earth. This is this is really a good ending with this, where he says, I placed my case before the world. I do hope that all the intelligent and righteous people will closely study in my statement and help in bringing about a total spiritual revolution in the world to establish lasting peace on earth. I remember some group, I asked this question in some other session, and he asked about this statement. What is the meaning of this statement? Whoever asked this question, with my understanding, I want to answer here this question, that the one who will be awaked, the one who will become the Dvij, the one who will have the righteousness in the heart, that means Satya ki dharana, the one who will speak the truth, the speak will descend down in the heart on the Dvij also. The one who is Dvij will speak the truth, only is able to recognize the truth. So Gurudev, whatever he said is the truth, but it cannot be undisclosed or found the reality of that truth until and unless a practitioner becomes a Dvij. That's what in the Bible says, the one who will born again will see the kingdom of the God. Sirf only the Dvij reborns again, and only the one Dvij, the one who reborns from the spirit, resides, lives in the kingdom of the God, and only can take command and understand that command and can tell the entire world that what is the command. That is why in here Gurudev says only the intelligent and righteous people. That means only those disciples who will become Dvij, and the truth will descend down on their tongue, their mind, and they will live the true life, will understand my purpose and my motto and my mission, and will take my mission to the entire world. Everyone cannot take this mission to the entire world, because the one who will take this mission to the world, will be a Dvij and will be a reborn by the spirit. Okay, this is why I understood. I hope this explains. uh, Next 1 or 2 pages, let's finish this book today, and we will start another book, that is Bible ki bhavishwaniya, the prophecies of the Bible. Very important, very detailed book. I have to prepare that lesson before I come and speak over here, because only reading that book will not be enough, but I have to put my own experiences also, which I did in Hindi sessions. When I did it, I put my own uh, changes and experiences while reading those chapters, because it is important when somebody listens to the book, he also needs to understand these changes are either coming or not. So I will share my experiences according to the chapter, and that book will is going to be very, very important. So I welcome everyone, and I call those people, intelligent people, righteous people, come and study. Let's study that book written by Gurudev, and let's take this mission to the entire world. Okay, now the last page is world peace. This is important. I'm going to read it. It will take hardly 4 or 5 minutes, okay, or maybe 10 minutes, because I read slowly. World peace. World will get true peace and bliss from India only. Peace and happiness have no relation with the material means. They come they come from inside. This is related with heart. It is not possible for man to get true peace and happiness unless there is complete coordination between internal and external means. Shri Aurobindo has clearly said Western people have taken physical life to its utmost. Now it starts India's work. It has to bring all these things under spiritual control and establish heaven on the earth. Whatever our religious gurus proclaim in the world, there has never been such a spiritual gloom and darkness as it is in the present moment. Shrima has clearly said in this regard problems of the whole world have concentrated here in India, and with their solution, the world will get rid of this burden. This is a bitter truth that darkness, negativity, and illusion is much greater in India than rest of the world. People might feel great regret for the same, but I feel rather happy. Everything changes its form when it crosses its limits. It is well known to us that whenever demons acquired full authority over this part of the world, God made appearance in the incarnation of Lord Ram and Krishna to annihilation them and lighten earth's burden. Lord Krishna has clearly stated in Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharataha abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 7. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 8. Shri Aurobindo has prophesied, prophesied, prophesied. This one word is really testing me. Every word has tested me actually. Anyways, Shri Aurobindo has prophesied. This come from the prophecy. Somebody who's making a prophecy. I know the meaning, but I'm not able to pronounce it, and that is the tragedy. The 24th November 1926 was the descent of Krishna into physical. Krishna is not the supramental light. The descent of the overmind God had preparing, though not itself actually, descent of supermind and Ananda. Krishna is Anandamaya. He supports evolution through the overmind, leading it towards Ananda. In Alipur jail, God had commanded Shri Aurobindo in clear terms, I am raising up this nation to send forth my word. This is the Sanatan Dharma. This is the eternal religion which you did not know before, but which I have now revealed to you. When you go forth, speak to your nation always this word that it is for the Sanatan Dharma that they arise. It is for the world and not for their selfishness that they are raised. When it is said India is great, it is meant that Sanatan Dharma is great. I have shown you that I am everywhere and in all men and in all things. I am not only working in those who are striving for the country, but I am also working in those who oppose them. Knowingly or unknowingly, being as a supporter or opponent, everyone is doing my work. My power is working there, and that day is not far when this work would be accomplished successfully. What the Lord Krishna has stated in Gita completely matches with what Shri Aurobindo has been commanded. Lord has clearly stated in Gita, Ishwar Sarva Bhutanam Hridasya Arjuna Stitha Brahman Brahman Sarva Bhutani Yantra Ruddani Mayaya. This is written in this shlok is written in English, so if you read this shlok in Hindi, it comes really good pronunciation. So I'm not able to exactly pronounce it, but the Lord Krishna is saying, I am everywhere in everything. Okay. Saints from all religions of the world have prophesied, prophesied in one voice that supreme power would be incarnated in northern part of India in the form of human being. Every one of them is of the opinion that supreme power would appear in the world and would control the world after its gradual development. According to my realization, that power would enlighten the whole India by 1993. After that, by the end of the century, that power would hold the control of world under it. This way, Kali Yuga would end and rule of positive powers would prevail. Thus, heaven would be descended when physical forces would be controlled by spiritual powers. Whatever is yet to happen can be understood by the prophecies of saints. This is, we complete here Shree Gurudev's written book, that is basic details about Siddha Yoga and about him, about prophecies in the Bible and made by the saints about him, and how these prophecies are true uh, comparative to his life. So this is very very important book. Everyone must go through this book. And in the last, he has given the samadhi picture of his Gurudev Baba Shri Gangai Nath Ji, the one who sees in this saffron dress, is our Dada Gurudev, our grand Gurudev. And we love him very much. This is the place in Jamsar, Rajasthan. Samadhi, all power Gurudev says is in here, so people can visit over there and can really pay their prayers, offer their prayers over here. Otherwise, take a picture of it, pay the wherever you are, he is there. It is in here, as it's said. I live in the heart of the human, as it is said in the kingdom of the God is in the heart. It is says Bible also. So it is always there, but it is a representation. And if you get a chance in India, you must visit Palana Dham, where Gurudev Samadhi is, and Jamsar Dham, where Dada Gurudev Samadhi is, and Kajalwas Dham, very important. All the naths, the this descend down the road, this lineage we are following, I Panth, lot of naths, those have helped to make this possible to reach that divine mantra to us. So they are still there, they are doing their tapa, and they are under the ground. And Ma Hinglaj, the Shakti, the power, the Kundalini in the form of Hinglaj is there. And the Dhuna, which is burning for many thousand years, is alive, is really, that is uh, immortal Dhuna, we can say. The fire, which is started by the yogis, first yogis, still burning over there, and we call it Madhuna, Madhuni, we call it. So you can go and watch these important things, and you will really feel energized when you go there. So this is, we finished today. The today's session is a bit longer, but it was important. I hope you get something about the Guru, some glimpse of Gurudev's Siddha Yoga. And now I'll play the video mantra of Gurudev's. Just hear it, 2-3 minutes mantra, and you can find this mantra on the internet in English, clear English, and you can follow that.
What does yoga mean? Yoga means a union of the soul with God or the universal consciousness force. What are the benefits of Siddha Yoga? Siddha Yoga heals, cures or frees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma, and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS, which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity or tingling. According to Siddha Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by the enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. This divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. Regular practice of Siddha Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc., and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling.
This is the divine mantra. You can search this mantra, Gurudev's speeches. Those are in Hindi but have subtitles in English. So search Gurudev Ramlal Ji Siyag speech. You will get subtitles with the speech in English. So you can go through those speeches and can better understand about Gurudev's philosophy, his mission, and his purpose. So for today, that's it. Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Dada Gurudev to all the brothers and sisters of the entire world. And tomorrow we will start another Gurudev's important book, which is a detailed book, the Prophecies of the Bible, and we will understand what transformation his disciples are going through. Okay. Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Dada Gurudev.